Hi friends, let's get started in transforming this super cute but rather outdated console table. This is a custom piece that I am redoing for a customer, and it's going to be a very basic and simple finish that's quite suitable for a beginner. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is use TSP Alternative by Fusion to give the whole piece a really good clean. It's quite simple to use. I put 2 cupfuls in a liter of water and then use a sponge to scrub and get it cleaned. I like the TSP Alternative by Fusion because it's highly effective cleaner that's actually biodegradable and it does not require rinsing. All of the supplies that I'm using today are from my website, Dove+Arrow.com, and I have left a little coupon code for you below if you'd like to apply it to your first purchase. We do carry quite a variety of paint and DIY. We do have Wise Owl paint, we do have Annie Sloan, Fusion Mineral Paint, Texibel, Melange One, you name it, we have it. Although this piece looked quite clean, the more I scrubbed it, the more of this dark, dusty, dirty stuff kept coming up, and either this piece has been held in a room with a fireplace, or perhaps that's the original finish just rubbing off as I was cleaning it. But I was glad that I was actually painting this black, because if I was painting it white, that dark, dirty stuff, if I didn't clean it off completely, could have potentially come through. The other thing I was doing was removing this old hardware and filling the holes, because my customer actually provided me with some stunning new hardware to go on this drawer. I used wood filler to fill in the holes from the previous hardware, and then once it was dried, I scuff sanded the entire piece by hand off camera. For this console table, I am using all Wise Owl products, and because I am painting this console in jet black, I opted to get started with some dark gray primer. Now, this is a little bit optional. I just like to always prime my pieces, especially ones for clients. But in general, I would use the primer for extra adhesion as well as blocking. This piece doesn't really have anything to be blocked because we are going black, and being a wood piece, the adhesion of Wise Owl will be perfect, but I just opted in just for safety measure, for a little bit, being a little bit extra. I just put on 1 coat of the Wise Owl dark gray primer, and I'm just using a roller, a Staalmeester roller, to roll it on quickly. I really wish I was spraying it because these spindled legs take forever to cover. I always start with furniture upside down so that I can get into all of the nooks and crannies. It's a lot easier, especially when a piece has legs, to get in there when it's upside down, and then I just quickly flip it over to work on it again. And while I'm doing that, just a reminder that if you're interested in checking out what we're up to in the shop, feel free to jump over to our Instagram and Facebook. We post almost daily and lots of stories sharing all of our projects and what we're actually up to in the shop in Oakville, Ontario. And I hope that you are enjoying this content thus far. If you do, please consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps push this little video out in my channel to more people to see it. I'm just starting out, and I would really appreciate your subscription as well as any comments and feedback that you have. I'd love to hear from you. And this is what one coat of the primer looks like. I just wanted to do one quick coat, just help add a little bit of adhesion, and that's it. There's nothing to block. We're going black, so it's quite easy. So here's my big mama jamma of the Wise Owl 1 Hour Enamel. It usually comes in 32 ounces. This is a large 132, 100 and something of that sort ounces that I order mine in because I use a lot of the black. And here I'm just applying it quickly with a Staalmeester brush. As you can see, the first coat goes on quite sketchily because it is not as opaque and it looks a little scary, but that's okay. That's just the first coat. The second coat will go on there really nice and opaque. This winter, I wasn't able to spray a lot of the furniture that I refinished, and that's why I really like the 1 Hour Enamel. You can roll it. I particularly like the Staalmeester rollers that I've shown in previous videos as well, and get a really nice finish that is super smooth, super leveled, and the sheen is nice and satin. So you don't need a top coat. It's a great adhesion. It's a very, very durable finish, and it does cure very fast, which makes it perfect. Also the recoat time is just a couple of hours, which is great. Now this is just the first coat. You can see because that primer was so light underneath it, even though it was a dark gray, you can really see through it, but that's okay. Let's see the second coat going on there, and you can see the difference. Usually because the darks are so nice and deep, I usually do about 3 coats with a roller, applying very thin coats of paint, and that really gets the color nice and deep and dark. In between coats, I do keep my brush in a Ziploc baggie. I don't have to rinse it out until I'm finished with the project. And just as a little joke, look at that little vacuum cleaner decided to pop in my shot. For the last coat, I was really happy that the weather was beautiful and I was able to pop it in the spray booth and just quickly spray those spindle legs. I really don't like painting spindles by hand, so you can see the sprayer just makes this a breeze. The Wise Owl 1 Hour Enamel is absolutely my favorite, especially when it comes to painting in black to get that perfect finish. Now let's remember what this little console table looked like before. It was cute. It just needed a bit of an update. It's going into my client's new modern condo and she just needed it to look like this. Isn't it a beauty? She provided me with the hardware that she handpicked, and I just drilled the holes for it, and here she is. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you think about this project.